So I just got back from Tarzan, and I wouldn't say I was disappointed, but I wasn't really surprised either. It turned out to be a pretty middle of the road movie. The cool thing about it is, though, it's not the story of Tarzan meeting Jane or Tarzan growing up that you would usually expect. It's actually about Tarzan 8 years after he met Jane and married her and everything happened and he went back to London. And it's really cool to see him as a British lord and see him kind of transition. And he gets drawn back to the Congo because he has to go and see if the tribes are being enslaved because there's a new evil monarch there. And it's, your typical kind of African exploitation story. I was fine with that premise. And I wasn't too surprised that, you gotta suspend disbelief. You can't really expect realism out of a Tarzan film. He fights monkeys, and yeah, if he got hit by a monkey, it would probably kill him. And, he talks to all of the different animals, even though that doesn't really make too much sense. And everybody knows English, like perfect English. Even though, what? I mean, they talk about how Jane's dad taught people English, but still, it's really weird that everyone's speaking perfect English the entire movie. Well, almost the entire movie. But overall, I had fun. It was nice watching Tarzan swing around and, talk to all the different animals and do all these crazy things. And the special effects were pretty good. The editing wasn't great in some of the action sequences. It was a little choppy in places. I know they're trying to stretch these scenes because you do see a lot of the same animals doing the same stuff at different points in this film. But it does linger a bit. It didn't take me out of the experience, but it definitely didn't enhance my experience. And that's kind of what this film boiled down to for me, is that I walked into it not really sure whether it would be a terrible film or an alright film, and it's closer to alright, but it's not exceptional. And that's a bit of a shame, but not a surprise. If you enjoy watching Tarzan swing around and fight monkeys and fight, evil poachers, you're gonna have a good time. Again, it's a good nod to all of the previous iterations that came before it. And you do get the Jane and Tarzan growing up in flashbacks, and that's actually also one of my biggest issues, is that they still felt the need to show us the Tarzan origin story within this movie, but they do it in flashbacks, and there's got to be at least 10 flashbacks in this movie. And they do take you out of the experience. It screws with the pacing a lot when you're like, okay, we're going, Tarzan's got to save Jane. Oh, we're watching a flashback of them meeting. Okay. And you have a lot of those moments where it's just, oh, I'm watching this. Okay. And if you can keep that mindset and just keep that open mind and remember it's just supposed to be a fun movie, and it's a good time. It's a solid 6 out of 10 for me. It's worse than what I would consider a good movie, but it's not crap. It's not like an awful film. It was well made. All the acting was well done. The soundtrack was typical music, but it was well made. And that's kind of the story of this film. It's a well made film, but it's hokey and it's Hollywood. And if you don't mind that, I'm sure you'll have a good time with it. So yeah, that was a trailer for Tarzan. Gonna go see it later on tonight.
Wish I could join you. I definitely approve of the casting choices here. I'm very bad with actor names. It's not my niche. But
yeah, it looks pretty good.
I recognize most of them. Sam Jackson's in it. Bad guy from a lot of Tarantino films nowadays. Glad to see he's getting work. I don't know.
Yeah. Got Eric in there from True Blood.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's pretty excited about Eric. Although you do see in the trailer he puts a shirt on at some point. He is gonna have a shirt for some period of the film.
And I also like the nods to the sort of, I don't want to call it a genre, but the timing of the material. Scream like a damsel in distress. The nice cut white suit with a mustache villain. Ha-cha-cha. They might be able to get some.
It's a trailer, so I don't want to say too much. It looks pretty hokey. Those are a lot of Hollywood cliches in there, but trailers mislead me a lot of the time. So I'm gonna wait until I see the movie, and well, you guys will have just heard what my opinion was. So thanks for listening to this, and thanks for watching this review. Like and comment below. Subscribe if you liked what you saw. And there's gonna be more movie reviews and lots of other things for you guys to check out.
Till then.